Okay, before we break for afternoon tea, we have one more session, and for me this is a particularly special one. So Te Wainui Witaka Park from Catalyst IT is presenting about Whaowhia te kete mātauranga, fill the basket of knowledge. Wainui is a developer at Catalyst and brings something crucial to their work, a deep commitment to accessibility and ensuring Koha serves all users. She's been a release maintainer for earlier Koha versions and currently is part of the team maintaining the long-term support release with Alex and Alicia. Her work includes significant enhancements to web accessibility in Koha, things like improving how screen readers interact with the staff interface and making sure pages' purposes are clear from headings and ensuring that our library system works for everyone. Wainui has also been involved in community outreaching, including Ko Māui Hangarau events that inspire rangatahi Māori into pathways in tech and innovation. This presentation brings together technology, knowledge sharing and cultural perspectives in ways that are central to what Kohacon25 is all about. Fill up our kete, Wainui.
Testing. Hello. Okay, just make sure I've got everything in my spot. All right. Sorry. Technology, eh? Okay. Tēnā koutou katoa, e mihi ana o ki te katoa, no mai haere mai. Ngā mihi nui ki a koutou katoa i tai mai nei ki tēnei kōrero. Welcome everybody and thank you for coming to my talk. The title of my talk is Whaowhia te kete mātauranga, fill the basket of knowledge. And this is a whakatauki, a traditional Māori proverb, and it's referencing a pūrākau or a story. And one interpretation of that story is where the atua, or also known as a deity maybe, Tāne, climbed to the heavens and retrieved 3 baskets of knowledge. He also retrieved te ira tangata, which is the human aspect, which he used to create the first woman, the first person, human, hine ahuone. That doesn't look how I made them because it's gone into PowerPoint, but that's okay. So, ko waio, who am I? He uri aho no te Aotearoa rawa ko Waikato. On my mother's side, I descend from the iwi, or the tribe of Te Aotearoa, and on my father's side, I descend from the Waikato region. Ko Te Wainui Witaka Park tōku ingoa. My name is Te Wainui Witaka Park. You can also just call me Wainui. I'm a software developer at Catalyst IT, and yeah, I have low vision, so I'm very passionate about physical and digital accessibility. You might have seen me also wearing my shades because it's very bright in here. I get very dizzy, so that's not just me trying to be cool. Yeah. So at Catalyst IT, I work in Rōpū Kohinga. Our mahi involves working with different software to safely store and manage collections. So this is our current team. On the left is a photo of our main team. So from left to right is Catherine Tyree, our manager, myself, I'm an intermediate developer. Then there's Alex Buckley, our senior developer who you heard from earlier, and then Alicia Amohia, our technical lead. That's our day-to-day team that delivers the services to our customers. On the right is a photo of those of us in the team that whakapapa Māori. We're the Indigenous peoples of Aotearoa, New Zealand. So there, from left to right, is myself, Chris, Cormac, and Alicia. Chris, so you'll probably know him because he's organising this and spoke just a minute ago. So he used to be our technical lead in the team, but now he has the role of kaihua waire matahiko at Catalyst, and he leads all things Māori. And yeah, Alicia has taken over the role of technical lead. So I've been in the team coming up 5 years, and I've had an amazing experience so far. I've been supported to learn and thrive, and in a safe space where I can grow safely, and being myself, a young-ish, still pretty young, still young, wahine Māori with disability. I'm almost 30, but they're still young. No offense, sorry. But I wanted to take an opportunity to thank my fellow teammates for all the support that you've given me. I really appreciate it. You're always encouraging me, lifting me up, and supporting me to reach my potential. So let's practice the word koha. The pronunciation of koha, it is said with core, maybe like an apple core, or a corporation, a caucus. So when I say koha, you say koha. 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 Yo, nice. The whakapapa of the word koha is, it's kind of like a gift, but it comes with an obligation, a relationship. Sometimes it's given when you have a pōwhiri, what we did this morning. You, as visitors, as manuhiri, you come on to the other people's place, and you might offer a koha, so maybe money or something. Yep. Lovely pronunciation, and as we learned from Peter Lucas, pronunciation is really important, but everyone's just trying, and as long as you know the sentiment, and I think we all appreciate koha and that it is a gift. So as I said earlier, I work in Rōpū Kohinga, and our mahi involves working with collection software, and of course the main software that we use is koha. And so in our team, we've had many wānanga or strategy sessions about what our purpose is, and what we want to do with our skills and our knowledge in technology, how we want to help people. And we all agree that our main focus is helping people to safely store and use their collections in a way that empowers them. We are a people-first team, and that's what's so special to me about our team. So Koha, you might have heard of it, I don't know. So that's the main software that we work with in our team. And sometimes people just work with a piece of software because they kind of have to because of their role. But we really back Koha, we really love it. When we're trying to sell it and stuff, that's not just because we want to make money. We really believe in Koha. And can really say that wholeheartedly. We also really back the kaupapa, the principle, open source software, and that is the main kaupapa or the main principle of Catalyst IT. Open source and koha embody several te ao Māori principles, such as whanaungatanga, which is kind of like relationships and kinship, manaakitanga, care and hospitality, rangatiratanga, self-determination and leadership, and mahitahi, working together in collaboration. Almost said it like collaboration, like koha. The way that members of the koha community come together online from all across the globe and from different time zones to work on the project is truly amazing, and it's in the embodiment of what a community is. Also the fact that many of us are here in person today from many different countries to talk and listen and collaborate, form and foster relationships is so, so special. As mana whenua o tēnei rohi, no mai haere mai, welcome to Te Wanganui Atara and welcome to Aotearoa. We are so pleased and grateful to have you all here. Something that we do in Rōpū Kohinga for our Aotearoa-based customers is that don't self-host their collections, is store their collections and data in the Catalyst cloud. Sometimes people can be pretty skeptical of storing their data in the cloud, and that's rightfully so. Sometimes it can mean losing control and sovereignty over your own data. There are many cloud service providers out there, so you might have heard of those offered by huge global companies such as Microsoft or Amazon. Both of these are US-owned companies, so no matter where the physical infrastructure is, the US government will always have the opportunity to exercise their control over the data stored. For New Zealand Aotearoa-based data, we believe if you can't self-host it yourself, a mana motuhake solution, maybe the next best thing is to use something like Catalyst Cloud, where the infrastructure is on Aotearoa soil and the company behind it is a New Zealand-owned company. That means that no other governing body other than that of New Zealand should be able to access the data. So for Māori data, that's incredibly important, as the New Zealand government and the British Crown must abide by the laws surrounding te tiriti o Waitangi. And to be honest though, all data within Aotearoa and about Aotearoa is Māori data. So with that, I'd like to introduce you to my tupuna, my ancestor Taranaki Maunga. In Te Ao Māori, the Māori worldview, we see maunga or mountains as beings, not just objects. Taranaki Maunga is on the west coast of Te Ika Maui, the North Island, and it sits within the region of the same name, Taranaki. My iwi, Te Atiawa, is one of the iwi from the Taranaki region. So I will now share with you some of the mahi and the work that I and the rest of our team have got to do for my iwi, Te Atiawa. So I'm going to read a little bit from the case study that our Catalyst marketing team person, Courtney, who's sitting over here too, wrote. So te kotahitanga o Te Atiawa Trust is the post-settlement governance entity for Te Atiawa. Its role is to receive treaty settlement assets and to hold, manage and administer a trust fund for the benefit of members of Te Atiawa. Ani from Te Kotahitanga o Te Atiawa Trust was asked to create a digital collection for Te Atiawa to be housed in a single digital space. With a background in heritage and research libraries, Ani had managed heritage collections and community archives. Her focus was twofold: to look for opportunities to preserve knowledge and provide access to Te Atiawa Uri, Te Atiawa descendants. Ani acquired books, publications and historical records for the library and provided descriptions of archive material related to Te Atiawa and the Taranaki region. Te Kotahitanga o Te Atiawa Trust needed a technology solution that aligned with their values and ensured their collection was well cared for. The key objectives were an easy-to-use system, the ability to use ngā upokotukutuku Māori subject headings, and te reo Māori. They wanted te reo Māori as the default language with English as an option. They also wanted ensured data sovereignty, with the collection belonging to Te Atiawa and the people of the Taranaki Maunga. The context and security of the data needed to remain under their control. They also wanted a future-proof system. They required secure and scalable hosting to ensure the collection's longevity. Also personalised support. Within the sole role, Te Kotahitanga or Te Atiawa Trust needed assurance that their vendor could train them and help them become self-sufficient. Ani had heard that a trust with a similar-sized collection had recently set up its own catalogue that Trust directed her turopu kohinga at Catalyst and the Koha Library Management System. So I was given the opportunity to lead my first project within the team. My team members understood the importance of me being able to lead a project that was for my people. Ani and I actually co-presented earlier this year at the National Digital Forum conference about the project. Unfortunately, she's not here today to present with me, so that's unlucky for you all. Sorry. So this next slide shows some photos of me outside Ngāmotu House, where Ani works, in Taranaki in New Plymouth. And so I visited Ani here after their Koha site went live, and I got to see the physical collection. So it's an interesting thing to work in the digital space of a collection, because you go from digital to then see the physical collection sometimes. So it's kind of backwards for some people, I guess, but as developers, it's kind of normal. So in the 1800s, my tupuna left Taranaki because of various reasons, including land wars and colonisation. We journeyed to Te Wanganui Atara, Wellington, and then ended up at the top of the South Island in Motueka, which is near Nelson. So I'd like to introduce another tupuna of mine, Merenako. Merenako and her brother, Te Karara, came with other families of Puketapu descent on one of their hapu's first 3 heke. My mahi's talk's going to be really short too. But my mahi seem to follow in the footsteps of my tupuna. As I have just started a project with Whakarewa Trust. This is a trust for the Ngāti Rāroa and Te Atiawa whānau in Motueka and the top of the South Island. So I'm leading this project as well, and I'm really excited to help create the platform that holds many important stories for our people. It's really cool. So I got to go down there. That was my first work trip to go to Nelson to see them. And then I saw Alex, who works remotely from Nelson. So that was really cool. And we did a little bit of training for them. And like Catherine was talking about earlier, they thought it was really exciting to show them all around to show them how to catalogue things. They just felt really cool, which was so nice. Alex has been doing a fantastic job supporting me in a lot of this kaupapa to do with my whānau, so really appreciative of that. And also I'd just like to introduce you also to another tupuna of mine, Taupiri, from my father's side. I grew up near her. She is in Taupiri, which is in the Waikato region. That's where the kingitanga are buried as well. It's sort of near Whaowhia, where I was one of the places I lived when I was little. Also near where the kapahaka is going to be, the national kapahaka, Te Matatini next year, sort of near there. Taupiri is on my father's side, I just wanted to include her because I really hope to do mahi for her as well, for that side of me. So, well, I don't hope, I'm going to. So I have her on one of my arms over here. I also have Taranaki on my other arm, and shows both sides of my whānau and the aspect of duality that's so present with te ao Māori. And that's about it. So, ngā mihi nui, thank you very much for coming and listening to my talk. Got any questions, or all good if not? We can just go to morning tea early. Afternoon tea.